You have completed the learning modules for Citing Right. Let's review the essential questions from each module and prepare for the post-test. In Module 1, we discussed formatting styles. The first essential question was, what is APA style? We learned that APA stands for American Psychological Association. APA style is a format for citing sources in any document. Essential question number 2 was, what are other styles? We learned there are a number of formatting styles for documents. You will use the style your teacher or your profession instructs you to use. Some other styles include the Modern Language Association, or MLA, Chicago Manual of Style, American Medical Association, Harvard Manual of Style, and Turabian. Module 2 focused on creating in-text citations. Essential question number 1 was, what information do I need? You were introduced to the Resource Information Sheet. This document will help you to gather information about the author, title, year of publication, city where the resource was published, state where the resource was published, publisher, page number where you found the information or direct quotation, the name of the web page, the name of the website, and the URL. Complete as much information as you can find about the resource. Essential question number 2 was, when should I use an in-text citation? You will use an in-text citation anytime you quote directly from a resource or use information from a resource. Essential question number 3 was, how do I format an in-text citation? Here is an example from a book, a website with no author, and a website with an author and date. In module number 3, we discussed how to create a reference list. Essential question number 1 was, what are some reference list basics? We learned the reference list appears at the end of the paper. It should begin on a new page. The title of the page is References. Entries should be alphabetized by the last name of the first author. The entries use a hanging indent. That means the first line of each entry is even with the left margin, and all other lines are indented 1/2 inch from the left margin. When referring to books, articles, or web pages, capitalize only the first letter of the first word of a title and subtitle, the first word after a colon or a dash in the title, and proper nouns. APA style capitalizes titles the same way sentences use capitalization. Longer works like books are italicized. Entries are double-spaced. Essential question number 2 was, what information do I need? Remember the resource information sheet? The resource information sheet helps you remember the information you will need for in-text citations and the reference list. You will have all the information you need for the reference list if you completed all the information on the resource information sheet while you were using the resource. If not, then you'll have to find the resource again to get the information. Essential question number 3 was, when should I use a reference list? As we discussed in Module 2, anytime you use a direct quotation from a resource, and anytime you use paraphrased information from a resource, you must use an in-text citation. If you have used an in-text citation, then you must have an entry for that resource in the reference list. Essential question number 4 was, how do I format the reference list? Here is an example for a book, a website with no author or date, and a website with an author and date. You can always go back and review the videos for any of the modules. It's time to finish. Once you have reviewed the material, click the link to the post test. Remember, while you can review at your own pace, all activities must be completed by the post test due date.